Are 2 of the 10 biggest wipeouts in the history of kitesurfing.
That when it feels scary to jump, that is exactly when you jump.
Before we start with part number 2, you can find the first part in my profile, just check it out. And let me say, these videos are not to make fun of the athletes, it's about educating about the sport and showing what kind of risk these athletes are taking. So let's continue with wipeout number 6, Jamie overbeek at Cold Hawaii. Jamie was just training at Klitmøller, Cold Hawaii, and a small mistake gets him straight into the water with a huge crash. This shows really good that it doesn't matter how good you are, these mistakes can happen. Honestly, seeing these big wipeouts is just another reason that pro kitesurfers get more money for what they are doing. Let's continue with wipeout number 7, Yannick Jigajewski. Yannick takes a big crash before the competition in Tarifa and breaks both of his legs. It is not confirmed, but most likely he landed on a stone in Balneario. This is probably one of the biggest injuries that we have seen in kitesurfing. But it is also a great example that no matter what injury you have, you can get out of it back on the water. Yannick, you're a true inspiration. Coming to wipeout 8, Jan Zoon. He was one of the upcoming big air riders, but then one mistake during a short line kite loop got him knocked out on the water. Luckily, Luca Ceruti and Jason van der Spy were there to help him and get him out of the water. Hearing this story just reminded me that you always should have someone on the water that can help you in the worst case. In wipeout number 9, Edgar Ulrich had no one to help him. This one shows that all the kite stunts we see online are very dangerous. So Edgar is launching his kite on a mountain, and after the kite is in the air, something happened to his lines, so the kite shoots to the other side and he flies in the air into the trees. And because of the weird wind everywhere around, he is catching gust after gust going higher and higher. This is really one of the scariest things I've ever seen in kitesurfing. Coming to the last one, and probably one of the biggest one when it comes to consequences in the history of competition kitesurfing, Lewis Cratham at Red Bull King of the Air. Lewis was one of the kite loop experts, but again, the sea kites back in the days were something unpredictable. He loops the kite, doing a big steering mistake, and he gets twisted, crashing full speed on the water, where he gets unconscious. And he also stayed unconscious for some days in the hospital. Luckily he walked from that just fine, but it just shows all of us how extreme this sport is, and I think this is sometimes forgotten by the media and by everything around. Stay safe out there, let me know which wipeouts I forgot. See you in the next video, ciao.